What's going on, guys? King Raven here, coming at you with another video today. So today is the hardest video to film all year long. That's the best of. ShieldArms has had a phenomenal 2024, and it's all thanks to you guys. I want to do a big shout out and thank you for all your likes, all your watches, all your comments, all your using of my links. It's only because of y'all that I'm able to do this. I started ShieldArms becoming a double above the knee amputee, fully disabled, and I wanted to bring a channel that reviewed knives and EDC gear, which is my passion, has been all my life, but from a normal and a handicap perspective, which a lot of people don't talk about. So that's why I started ShieldArms, and 2024 has been the best year for ShieldArms. I'm looking forward to 2025. So to keep this video from being tremendously long, I'm going to do the top 10 have to be locking folding knives. That is what I carry the most. But I will give you my number one pick for EDC fixed blade, number one pick for gravity knife, and number one pick for slip joint. I will tell you my number one pick of those, and then we'll go number 10 through number one being the knife of the year for 2024. Okay, so the criteria for the top 10 locking folding knife have to have featured it on my channel in 2024. Other than that, it just has to be something that speaks to me. Yes, value, materials, different stuff's taken into consideration, but that's not the criteria. The criteria is what I like, what do I carry, what do I use the most. All these in the top 10, they're in my personal collection. And the best of for the fixed blade, all that stuff. It's in my collection, so it's what I've spent money on, and it's what I carry and enjoy the most. So as long as it's featured on my channel and it means something to me, that's the criteria, and I can recommend every single one of the knives you see in this video. So let's flip this camera around and get into the best of 2024 video. Okay, guys, so outside of the top 10 locking folding knives, which is a majority of what I carry, we're going to do the 3 subcategories where I'm just going to tell you my best of. It's going to be the best EDC fixed blade, the best gravity knife, the best slip joint, and then the top 10 will be locking folding knives. So starting off with the best EDC fixed blade, that is the Kizer Smoked. Comes in several different versions. Check out my videos on any of these knives to get full information. Mine happens to be 154 cm and the micarta. Great in hand, very useful EDC fixed blade. Love the smoke. That's going to be the best EDC fixed blade. Now, going rapid on all these, so this video is just not 50 minutes long. Best gravity knife has to be the Rike Swordfish. Titanium, textured titanium, M390 blade. Just when you're holding it, you're locking the blade closed or open, you know, that becomes your locking part of it. And then it just slides in, slides out. Great gravity knife. Best gravity knife that I've handled, the Rike Swordfish. And the best slip joint of the year is the Devo Knives Nip Slip. This is a traditional pocket knife exclusive. Titanium contoured handles with carbon fiber inlays. Hollow ground S90V blade. Great walk and talk. This was OEM by QSP. Watch my video on this. Great in hand back here. Phenomenal choked up. and the pinch grip for the drag cuts. That's what I probably do the most with this knife, is the drag cuts, and then this would be the secondary. But best slip joint I own, and the best slip joint I've handled for 2024, the Devo Knives Nip Slip. Let's get into the top 10. Now, I recommend any of the knives that you see on this list. Check out my videos for full information. I'm going to go as quickly as I can. This is the Kizer Knives Mini Militol, specifically the premium. They do make versions, budget versions, but for me, number 10 falls to the premium Mini Militol. Excellent in hand, titanium, fat carbon inlays, DLC M390 blade. This premium Mini Militol is just great. Awesome knife. My favorite Militol of them all, and it makes number 10. Number 9, the Rike Peregrine Falcon. One of the best, if not the best, pivot lock knives that I've handled for 2024. This one is titanium and the tiger stripe. And we have a very nice M390 Tanto style blade. This has a secondary locking system. Great in hand. Good just overall ergonomics. And then you've got that blade shape that's super versatile. Smooth action on the pivot lock. That is number 9, the Rike Peregrine Falcon. Number 8, the Carbon Knives Buckhorn, but specifically the Carbon Knives Buckhorn aluminum version. I did a review on the titanium frame lock, and I've done a review on the aluminum. I prefer the aluminum handled. You get all the same great milling, except it's even cleaner on this side because it's a liner lock, and you don't have to worry about where you place your fingers or anything like that. Flipper tab, very snappy. 14C 28N blade that is just excellent design for your draw cuts, for your full cuts, choked up. Whether you're using the flipper tab or thumb studs, very snappy. Carbon Knives, which is manufactured by Ketuo, did a phenomenal job with the aluminum handled buckhorn, and that's why it makes number 7 on the list. Yeah, 10. No, 8. 10, 9, 8. Now we're going to number 7. Number 7 is the Golden Design Works Nugget. Talk about a phenomenal compact EDC blade. You've got milled titanium handles, 4 different colorways, this outstanding 154 cm blade with two-tone stonewash and satin flats. Great in hand, awesome jimping that goes all the way up here, and then you've got a secondary patch out here. So for all your draw cuts, just one of the best EDC fixed blade, compact EDC fixed blade that there is. So this was an easy choice for number 7, the Golden Design Works Nugget. Number 6, okay, is the North Arm Sky High 2. This version is in carbon fiber, but they make them in G10. They make them in fat carbons. I got the carbon fiber. Love this knife. Wire pocket clip, deep carry. This is the best flipper action only knife that I own. So if you're looking for a flipper only, you want the North Arm Sky High 2. Very clicky action. This is a polished stonewash magna cut blade. Thin, slicey, Very good for all your EDC tasks. The action on it is just clicky. It's smooth. It's like very just, I mean, fantastic. That's probably the biggest selling point on this knife is its action, besides it being just a very versatile EDC knife. So number 6, the North Arm Sky High 2. Now we have hit the top 5. Alright, coming in at number 5 is the AT Knives Halt. I reviewed the prototype, and they just made the production even better. He just refined everything from the prototype. This is AT Knives' first design, and he knocked it out of the park. So, titanium with these carbon fiber. Mine happens to be the Mars Valley carbon fiber overlays. You got a bolster lock, and then you have a very nice hollow ground Magna Cut blade. This blade is great. So first thing, this knife is just excellent in hand, okay? But then the use of that blade, whether you're doing your power cuts, you get the full length of that blade, or pinch grip and do the draw cuts, man, this thing is just great at EDC tasks. And stupid smooth. I mean, just very controlled, very smooth. Yeah. They killed it on the execution, and AT Knives killed it on the design. Number 5, the AT Knives Halt. Coming in, number 4. This is the Tempest Knives Microjet. I have the Jetstream as well, and it's one of my favorite Tempest knives, but this is my favorite Tempest knife. This is the perfect size for me. I love the Microjet. Titanium, this happens to be the Tiger Stripe, which he calls the Firestorm. Reversible titanium pocket clip, low profile flipper tab, and deployment hole. This is an acid wash 154 cm blade. He has several different versions of the Microjet. I get 4 full fingers back here, choked up, got even more room. Awesome jimping back here. Very versatile blade shape. You can use that tip, you can use that forward belly. The action on this is just very smooth, very snappy. The Microjet is taking the best of what the Jetstream is and making it better. Making it just the right size. So, Tempest Knives Microjet, number 4 on this list. Number 3, the Ketuo Knives Compadre. Just like on the Microjet, where he took the Jetstream and shrunk it down to make it the best size it could be and the best version. Ketuo did the same thing with the Padre. They took the Padre, which is a phenomenal knife, but just a little larger, especially with my medium-sized hands. It's than what I like to carry, and they shrunk it down to the Compadre. It's the exact knife as the Padre, just in a more compact size. I still get 4 full fingers with handle room left over back here. Choked up, got plenty of handle. Titanium frame lock with that awesome texturing. This is a true polished DLC or satin DLC, whatever you want to call it. Vanex blade. This blade shape is great for EDC tasks, and you can use that tip. You can use that forward belly. If you want to do cutting on a flat surface, no problem. The Kunwu Compadre, awesome action, very snappy. Yeah. Number 3 was, for me, the Kunwu Compadre. Now, this is the top 2. I flip back and forth on these top 2. Both of these could have been placed in either position. It was so close. But I did finally decide number 2 is the KB Knives Vertigo. This is a Peter Carey design knife. We have, it comes in multiple different variations. Mine happens to be the Damascus. That was not part of choosing this. You could go with the carbon fiber versions or like micarta inlay versions, the different versions that they have. And I would still put it at number 2. It's just the overall design. You've got titanium with inlays. Mine happens to be Damascus. It's basically a bolster lock because a lot of that frame lock is covered by the inlays, so it helps for not putting pressure on the lock bar. Milled titanium pocket clip. This is a thumb stud only. And then you have a stone-washed S35VN blade. Great in hand. I get 4 full fingers back here. I can choke up to this spot right up here. No problem. You got a good jimping spot back here, or you can land your thumb in this little divot. And for your pinch grips, you can use that tip that drops down, puncture, draw cuts. You've got that blade that just sort of cants forward just a little bit to bring materials in it. And the action on this is phenomenal. CJRB Knives, especially their KB line, their premium line, has just stepped up their game so much in 2024. They are doing some impressive work. And the Vertigo is my favorite KB knife to date. And it is just an outstanding design. Peter Carey nailed it. And KB Knives nailed the execution. That is number 2, the KB Knives Vertigo. So, number 1, which is also Knife of the Year for me for 2024, has to be the Devo Knives Tall Boy. Devo killed it with designs this year. My favorite slip joint is the Devo Nip Slip, but they have knives like the Fireball. The Fireball was almost in this position. They came out with the Nip. Awesome. There were so many good Devo knives, but for me, the best Devo knife in the folding locking knives is the Tall Boy so far. Okay. Mine happens to be the purple version. So we've got purple haze or purple fat carbon, whatever you want to call it. And you've got deployment hole thumb studs, titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip, which is reversible. And then it has their what they call exposed liner lock. So let's fire this out. This is a hollow ground S90V blade. Beautiful hollow grind on this, and this blade shape is almost a straight blade. It's got a little bit of cant up towards the tip, so just makes it very slight. I get 4 full fingers back here and then choked up. I got plenty of handles left over. You've got a long patch of jimping, so if you're back here or if you choke up, you get that jimping. A secondary patch, so when you do your pinch grip, your my finger lands right on that, and you can do your pierce and your draw cuts. The access to the exposed liner lock is phenomenal, and this, they take a liner. It's an inset liner, but they take a thicker piece and they mill out this part that becomes part of this lock side scale when closed especially. But it just becomes part of that shape. You can see they milled it into that shape. But it makes accessing and it makes closing the knife so easy. And then your multiple different ways of deploying it. The ergonomics in hand. That hollow grind, tall blade. Just phenomenal in cutting. Great in action. And this is a little bit larger of a knife than I usually carry all the time. It's not my largest knife like the buckhorn. Definitely a larger knife for sure. This carries so much more compact than its blade size. I think this is the longest Devo knife to date. That's why they call it the tall boy. But because it carries so compact, it's just such an easy knife to carry. So, yeah. Knife of the year for me, Devo Knives Tall Boy. Let's flip this camera around and wrap up the video of the best of 2024. Okay, so there you have it, guys. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of comment. Well, should have been this knife or should have been that knife, you know, everything. Like I said in the criteria and everything, this was just locking folder, featured on my channel. So if your knife wasn't featured on my channel, I couldn't include that. All right. And it had to be featured on my channel in 2024. Okay. And it's my list. It's just knives that mean stuff to me. What I carry the most, what I gravitate towards, what I like, and why I like it. So if you've got any questions about any of the knives, ask them. Be glad to answer any question. If you want full information about the knife, go to the playlist, my knives playlist. It'll be in there, or search the name of that knife and ShieldArms, you know. So, like, for the knife of the year, search Devo Tall Boy ShieldArms, and it'll pull up as well. So, y'all let me know what would be your top 10 or just your number one knife of the year. I would love to know. I can't thank y'all enough for all your watching, all your likes, your comments, using my links in the description of this video, and all my videos are my links. Links to my Patreon, my Instagram, my TikTok, as well as affiliate links. Using those links is the best way to help support me. And if you would like to support me for 2025, use those links. Watch the videos, like, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Give me a like. Leave those comments. Let me know what your thoughts are and what your picks would be. Hit this subscribe button. Hit that notification bell and check out this video. I think you might like it. Y'all be safe out there. I'm King Raven, and I'll catch you in the next video.